let's just get right into this. So the first thing I'm talking about today, guys and gals, is a Netflix original series that just recently released. I think at the end of May, so it was like maybe a couple weeks ago it got released. But it's called Space Force. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna review Space Force. If you don't know anything about this show, that's fine. It basically, what happens in the show is that the U.S. government creates a sixth branch of the armed forces, and they call it Space Force. And then, a newly promoted, what I think four-star General Steve Carell's character, he plays, what's his name? Mark Naird, General Mark Naird, and he is put in charge of said Space Force, and I think he's instructed to get boots on the moon by 2024. So pretty much colonize the moon by 2024. And, obviously you run into a bunch of obstacles along the way, including other rival nations such as China. So yeah, it's really great. It's a comedy. It's kind of like in the same vein as The Office or Parks and Rec or what's the other one that I'm missing? Crap. It doesn't matter. It's kind of like, it's like sort of vein of that, but yeah, I mean, it was created by Steve Carell and Greg Daniels, so comedic talent behind this one. Now what I really loved about this show. Sorry, I'm just like I'm getting really hot already. What I love about this show is the characters. I mean, granted, the premise is also hilarious. Having creating another branch of the armed forces and just calling it Space Force is just hilarious in itself and just really ridiculous. But, not too far in the future, I probably, with SpaceX, and, they just launched a rocket, I believe. So, yeah, kind of crazy stuff, but, I mean, just, a branch of the armed forces run by Steve Carell is really hilarious, and the way he plays Mark Naird is sort of kind of like Michael Scott from The Office, not as, embarrassing and, ignorant and out of touch and stuff. I mean, he is a 4-star general, but, you see the Michael Scott there, which is really funny, and it's Steve Carell, it's Steve Carell's quirkiness, which is really great, but, yeah, when I was trying to, really, look into this and, looking into a way to review this show, I really couldn't really find anything really to say about it other than, it's just a really fun, enjoyable show that has a lot of heart to it with the characters, with Steve Carell's character. It was surprisingly, a surprising amount of uplifting moments, with character monologues and just kind of, what it will take for us to get to the moon, and whether we should be going to war over the moon and stuff like that. Just kind of, I don't know, it was very interesting, a little bit more thoughtful type of stuff that I really didn't expect from a show like this. I mean, again, there's a lot of moments that you had me laughing out loud, which is hard to do. I mean, the only thing that I could really say about the show that kind of disappointed me was just the length. I by the end, after the last episode, there's 10 episodes. Each episode's a half an hour long, so it's a 5-hour total runtime, pretty much. I just kind of really wanted more. I found myself really, really wanting more. I thought maybe, I mean, again, comedies usually don't run in 45 or hour episodes, but I don't know. I found the characters interesting enough and the story investing enough for me to watch more, and that was kind of the only thing that disappointed me. But even then, that's really not a knock to the show. It's really just the show really getting me to want more, and that's a goal. That's the goal. Every goal of every TV show is for you to get hooked and to want to watch more. So that's what this does well, and that's really the only thing that I really could find wrong with it. Other than that, I love pretty much every episode. Every single character is great. I kind of want to run down. There's a lot of really great comedic talent here. I mean, you have Steve Carell, obviously. He's the main lead. He's fucking great. We have John Malkovich, which is another lead, and I think the relationship between John Malkovich's character and Steve Carell, Dr. Adrian Mallory, and General Mark Naird, both of their relationship is kind of the heart and soul of the show. Them getting along and like respecting one another and becoming friends is just like, I don't know, it was really touching. There was a lot of really touching moments and a lot of really cool contemplative moments that I didn't really expect from a show like this. I keep saying that, but it's true. I mean, there's a lot of things that I didn't expect from watching this. I thought it was just going to be a general comedy, and it was more than that. It kind of like The Office and Parks and Rec in a way. You know, yes, it's really funny, but also can be really hopeful and uplifting, and good. Can take some good life lessons from it as well, which is always a good thing. Which makes it accessible to pretty much everyone. I think everyone would pretty much love this one. So those two are great, and their relationship with one another is the most entertaining part of the show. Ben Schwartz, he plays Jean-Ralphio in Parks and Rec. He kind of plays a little just like a more downplayed version of Jean-Ralphio in this one. He's like the social media manager of the General, which is really funny. He's actually pretty hilarious. Mark Naird's daughter, played by Deanna Silvers, she's pretty good. She's also kind of an interesting character. I mean, you spend some time with her. I mean, she can be kind of annoying, but she's also an adolescent teenage girl. So I mean, that's just gonna happen. This character, Tawny Newsome, we focus on her for a little bit. She plays Captain Angela Ali, who is a helicopter pilot who wants to aspire to become an astronaut, and she's selected to be part of the first, mission or Space Force mission to the moon, which is really cool. Her character's relationship with Dr. Chan, which was really played by Jimmy O Yang. Another really good comedic talent. He was hilarious in the show. I loved his performance. I loved his character. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of other side like cameos that you like from people that you'll recognize that are in this show. That's really great. I mean, everyone brings it comedically. I mean, the comedic beats hit really hard. Obviously, I mean, it's a show created by Steve Carell and Greg Daniels. It's gonna be funny. At least you're at least gonna get some laughs. But again, what makes this show really great and really kind of put it like I guess a tier above some other comedies is just how kind of meaningful some scenes are and how investing the characters are. That's why I love this show. I thought it was really great. If what I said kind of intrigues you in any way, I would definitely check this one out. Maybe watch the trailer if it seems to be like a good time, because it's a really great time. Plus the small moments with Steve Carell's character are really great when he like talks to himself and he sings to himself. Those are really hilarious, and that really Steve Carell can really flex his comedic muscles in that way, which is really great. And he's just a legendary comedic performer. So I mean, we all know this. We've all watched The Office. I mean, come on now. It's Steve Carell. He's the shit. So yeah, definitely, if you like The Office and Parks and Rec and shows like that, definitely check this one out. This one's really great. I mean, an argument can be made that this, well, maybe not better than The Office or Parks and Rec. I mean, those are kind of legendary shows. And this one needs a little bit more seasons to build up that, I don't know, that repertoire, if you would. But yeah, Space Force, check it out. It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix original. Definitely check it out. Hello, thanks for watching that clip of my episode of Nerd Out Sanctuary. I appreciate you watching. If you don't know, this is a video podcast about, movies, TV, video games, other types of entertainment, comic books, novels, maybe occasionally. I don't know, I don't really read that much, but when I do, I want to talk about it. So yeah, just know that there's a lot more of these, and I appreciate you if you give me a like and subscribe and watch more. If you're just if you're watching here on YouTube, know that this is also a podcast, an audio podcast. I'm on Spotify, iTunes, and Google Play, so you can download my podcast episodes, listen to them while you're driving in the car, taking a shit, making dinner, doing your laundry, or whatever, when you're at work, when you're supposed to be working, but you're just kind of like, mindless, doing some mindless tasks while listening to my podcast. It's the shit. Hopefully you guys, get good recommendations out of me, and hope you guys keep enjoying my show. So yeah, thanks. And bye.